Ms. Gillibrand, Hillary Clinton once pledged to create 200,000 jobs for New York while serving in the U.S. Senate. And actually, while she was serving in the Senate, the state lost about 35,000 jobs. So how many jobs specifically can you say that you've either directly or indirectly had a hand in helping to bring to the state since you inherited this seat from Senator Clinton? And how many more might be realized if you were actually elected to fill out her term?
I don't think you could ever say how many jobs have been created. I think it's a question you, in fact, really can't answer. But what I know is I've been working on is how to create those jobs, because the bottom line is government doesn't create jobs, people create jobs. What creates a job in New York State is the entrepreneurialism and innovation of individuals who have a good idea, a good product, a good service that they want to sell to the American people. And so what my job is to facilitate that entrepreneurialism and innovation by making the landscape possible for them. The biggest challenge right now all across New York is access to capital. I can't tell you how many small businesses have said, I can't get a loan. If I can get a loan, the interest rate's too high. And I've always had a line of credit, and it's just been canceled. So passing a lending bill has been my biggest priority, and we just passed a $30 billion lending bill that goes straight to the community banks and urges them to lend. We also passed a package of tax cuts for small businesses so that they can also invest in their business. Tax cuts for every new job given, tax cuts for startups, tax cuts for investing in property, plant, and equipment.
So just to be clear, you don't think it's appropriate for an elected official to say, or a candidate to say, I can bring this many jobs to a state?
I don't think it's possible to tell how many jobs you've created. I think it's so difficult. But what I do know is that there are ways to offer solutions for New Yorkers that want to create those jobs. So, for example, I have an agenda that's focused on both manufacturing and agriculture. How do you create jobs for manufacturers? How do you make it more cost efficient for them to produce the goods they're producing? And so that's what this is about. And so I think what is better done is to describe your vision for how you're going to try to make it easier for companies to create jobs. But I think it's not possible to actually say how many jobs have been created because of your policy. I know that the number one thing we should be doing to create jobs in this state, in this country right now, is getting access to capital into our small businesses, because it's the number one issue that small businesses have told me that they're struggling with.
So Hillary Clinton should not have said that she could create 200,000 jobs.
That was her decision. But from my perspective, I don't think I can say how many jobs these ideas will create. I know they will make a difference because it's what the small businesses have asked me to do.
Mr. Diaguardi.
Well, you know, you've been here 2 years, Senator. And in those 2 years, we've lost 160,000 jobs. Since you voted for the stimulus bill, we lost 125,000 jobs. And just today, the labor report came out that New York State lost another 15,000 non-farm jobs. So obviously, your report card is not good. Not only did you not create jobs, we've lost many jobs. And you've got to be aggressive about what you do to change that. And one of the things is we're in a toxic environment in this state, mainly because of your party. The Democrat Party is dysfunctional in Albany. They created a wonderful report called the Task Force for Diversifying New York's Economy. It was issued on December 14th. I found it. It's wonderful, but they're not implementing it. As a senator, you could have played a role in trying to implement that report and creating the infrastructure and reducing the taxes.
Mr. Diaguardi, the time is up.